Tales. I am the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. And as you can see, I have just come from the Two Rivers with my Two Rivers outfit because I heard that there is a new real trailer for Wheel of Time on Amazon. So of course I have to check it out. Wheel of Time, if you don't know, is the epic fantasy created by Robert Jordan in the early 90s. And he passed away while he finished writing it, but his notes were given over to Brandon Sanderson, who completed the series. It is a 14-book series. So I'm not sure how they're going to divide up Wheel of Time when creating a series like they did with Game of Thrones. I don't see how they can do one book per season. I can't imagine they're planning for 14 seasons, not to mention, in my opinion, some of the middle books, not much happens. So I'm sure they're going to do some consolidation. But my guess is for the first season, they're going to pretty much stick to the first book because that introduces the characters, introduces a complication, and I think a lot happens in that book that you don't need to combine it with, say, book 2 and or book 3. So what am I looking for in a trailer? Well, I think like most Wheel of Time fans, I'm looking to see how close they stick to the storyline. That's what's important to me. Of course, whenever a book is adapted to a movie or a series, you're going to have to combine characters, you're going to have to jettison some scenes and smaller storylines because you just can't put everything in a movie or series. But that said, I hope they're going to at least follow the main storyline. And of course, I'll also be looking at how well the actors represent what I pictured the characters in the books to be. Importantly, we have the Two Rivers folks for at least this first season. Rand, who is of course the main character, and then there's Perrin and Nat, and then the two women, Nynaeve and Egwene. Right, Egwene. It's been a while since I've read the series. These 5 characters are of course from Two Rivers, a small town, and they are met with the other 2 characters I am really interested to seeing their depiction. Moiraine, the Aes Sedai, the magic-using woman who is very mysterious and seems to have all the answers, and her warden, bodyguard type person, Lan. If they can get those characters right, that's going to bring me a long way into the series. So anyway, without further ado, let's look at this trailer. Okay, here we are on Amazon, and let's just read what it says. Set in an epic fantasy world, the Wheel of Time follows Moiraine, Rosamund Pike, a member of the incredibly powerful all-female organization called the Aes Sedai. As she arrives in the small town of Two Rivers, there she embarks on a dangerous, world-spanning journey with 5 young villagers, one of whom is prophesied to be the Dragon Reborn, the one who will either save or destroy humanity. Now, this is interesting where it is appearing, at least from this blurb, that the main character, our point of view of the show, may be from Moiraine's point of view. And I'm not mad about that. Okay, here we go.
Be strong.
What? What's going on? I haven't heard that. I don't remember that scene.
Turns.
Okay, real quick, I don't remember a scene where I guess that was Egwene or Nynaeve pushing the other. It's probably Nynaeve pushing Egwene into the river. Maybe that did happen. It's been a while since I've read the books, as I've said, so maybe that was in the book. But I just heard that they're starting that When Time Comes and Goes, or that whole introduction, which is in each of the Wheel of Time books, and I kind of like it. But let me back it up just a little bit so we can hear the whole thing. Or we'll back it up to Nynaeve again.
Be strong.
Yeah, Nynaeve has the braid. Okay, here we go.
The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend.
Oh, beautiful.
The power inside you.
It's Moraine.
All over the world, there are different names for it.
I don't know what this is. Oh.
But it's one
Ah, the White Tower! Ah!
one power. And women who can touch it.
What was happening there? The Red Aja,
protect
of
the world.
course.
No matter what happens, what pain we face, what heartbreak, the wheel keeps turning.
Ooh.
It's coming for your friends.
The last battle is coming. The only thing that matters
Frolics.
is what you do.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
Woo! Near draw? Okie dokie, that was the trailer for The Wheel of Time. Now, I saw a lot of Aes Sedai representation, which I think is fantastic. And I still am curious if this is going to be, at least the first part of the first series, is going to be from Moraine's point of view, which I did not expect, but again, not mad about it. They showed a lot of really gorgeous special effects and scenery, so I am expecting a high budget, high quality Game of Thrones type production, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed there. But the one thing that isn't answered for me is how much of the story they're going to cover in the first season. Personally, I hope they just do the first book. I think enough happens in the first book to start setting things up and to get people excited. I think when you get later on into the series, you're going to need to start consolidating storylines, but just to introduce us, I hope they're not going to go too far into the story, and I didn't get any idea of how far they're going to go just through this trailer. I'm sure maybe Daniel Green or someone's going to do a autopsy on this trailer and figure it out. But I have to tell you, I am excited to see this series. And when I first started reading this back in the early 90s, I believe it was, and I read it when the books first started coming out, I didn't really expect it to be made into a series. Certainly when Lord of the Rings came out, you kind of hoped that it might get that type of treatment, but honestly, Wheel of Time isn't as big as Lord of the Rings. But then Game of Thrones, I think, was the game changer, and if it gets the Game of Thrones treatment, I think many fans will be happy, including myself. And here's the other thing that I'm kind of hoping for, is that the whole 14-volume series of Wheel of Time, that is a lot to get through. It is a big commitment to start reading now. For me, it was different because I read them as I was published, so naturally it took, 15 years to read the entire series because that's how it came out. Or it's probably longer than 15 years, but we won't get into that. What I'm saying is that a lot of people that watch this series probably have not read Wheel of Time, except maybe hearing from it from their nerdy friends. But be that as it may, they're going to be introduced into this storyline, which I think is quite fun. Now, of course, I had issues with the book, which I've talked about before. Nonetheless, I am very excited. I'll be honest with you, I'm excited that the series is coming out. It's available, according to Amazon, November 19, and that is just around the corner. So get your dragon tattoo, choose your Aes Sedai color, and get ready for Please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up. Until we meet again, may all the books you read be blessed.